Ha? Okay, 87th regular session of the 20th City Council is now called to order. Invocation by Honorable Councilor Joylene Mercedes Balaba, followed by the singing of Lupang Hinirang and the Cagayan de Oro March. Please rise.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Kayang magiliw, helas ng sigahanan, alam ng puso, sa titik mo'y buhay. Lupang hinirang, tuyag ka ng magiting, sa mandulupin, di ka pasisingil, sa nagatak tutok sa simoy at sa langit mong pagaw, ay hinatang tula, kawin sa pagkayang minamahal, ang isang ng matawad mo'y tagumpay na nagkikinig, ang bituin at araw niya kailan pa may di magtitingin. Luman ang araw ng walhabing pagsinta, buhay langit sa piling mo. Ang inigaya na pagkay mga api, at mamatay ng dahil sa'yo.
Please sit down. Mr. Secretary, please do the roll call.
Honorable City Vice Mayor Jocelyn B. Rodriguez, Presiding Officer. For the First District Councilors, Honorable Agapito Heriberto G. Swan, Honorable Roger G. Abaday, Honorable J.R. Pascual, Honorable Aimee Rose P. Moreno, Honorable Romeo V. Calizo, Honorable George S. Goking, Honorable Jose Pepe S. Abud Jr., Honorable Malvern E. Esparcia. For the Second District Councilors, Honorable Ivona Yasini B. Imano, Honorable Maria Lourdes Isgaani, Honorable Jolene Mercedes Albalaba, Honorable James K. Judith II, Honorable Ian Mark Yunakaya, Honorable Edgar S. Cabanlas, Honorable Christian Rostico M. Achas, Honorable Joseph G. Magtahas Daba. For the ex-officio members, Honorable Yan Lam S. Lim, Liga ng mga Barangay President, Honorable Kenneth Jan D. Sakala, City SK Federation President, and Honorable Dato Roberto P. Cabaring, IPMR. There is quorum, Madam Presiding Officer.
Quorum is hereby certified. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Councilors, our guests who are here today, our friends from media, fellow Cagayanos are watching us right now. So maayong hapon. Kumusta? Okay rako, kamo. Ha? Thank you. Anyway, thank you very much. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, you have the floor.
Thank you very much.
Ay, sorry kay
Yeah.
Majority, ako ginagsinggandaman. Sorry kayo. Na it's the birthday of Councilor George Goking. Actually, also the birthday of Miss Carla Likayan, pero wala siya absent today. So, let me see who is going to lead the song. Ay, ikaw na lang, Councilor EB. Diya raman mo, silingan man mo duha. Okay, please rise.
Basta kung magbagyo, grasya na gyapon. All together for our very young member of the City Council, no? Sir George Goking. Can we all sing together for him a happy birthday? So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Faster.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. More years, Sir George, and more happiness.
Jet setter ba na siya? Sila gatog Manila. Are you still single? Ah. Still single. Next year, hopefully, dili na. Anyway, let's proceed. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer, our beautiful Vice Mayor, Bibot Rodriguez. Good afternoon also to the members of the City Council, people watching us with us in this.
I'm sorry again. Let us congratulate Councilor Kenneth Sakala.
Yeah.
He just graduated cum laude. Congratulations.
Congratulations to
Lechon is waiting.
Councilor Kenneth, and also congratulations for that very good performance, excellent performance in that flag racing.
Yeah. Sa flag racing, yes.
Very beautiful. Performing arts, ability, talent of the youth.
Yes.
Cagayan de Oro.
Yes.
Because of the guidance of our chairman of the SK.
Yes.
I think Councilor Sakala has united the SK.
Yes.
During
Actually,
his time.
yes, I noticed that too.
You noticed that?
Yeah. Actually, I hope you continue what you have started, Councilor Kenneth Sakala.
So,
Remain young.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
And congratulations also for your academic performance.
Yes.
It's not easy to become to
Cum
get
laude.
that cum laude. Lisod. Dako ka na ang trabaho. So, thank you, Madam Chair. Good afternoon also to the people of Cagayan de Oro who are watching us this afternoon. May I move, Madam Chair, to dispense the reading of the minutes of the previous regular session on July 8, 2024. Consider the furnishing of copies thereof to the members as reading itself.
And the second objection, I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second objection, I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
On the special report portion, Madam Chair, there are two members of the City Council who are intending to render special report, Councilor Jose Pepe S. Abo Jr., regarding the status of traffic situation in some major thoroughfares of the city. And second would be collaborative special report, but to be initiated by Councilor Romeo Calizo, together with Councilor Ian Mark Nakaya and myself, with regards to the controversial, controversial issue of the use of the Rio de Oro
Oro.
Boulevard
Yeah.
for as part of the Higalay festivities, the renting or whatever of the place. So
Okay.
we will be reporting on that, but this will be Councilor Romeo Calizo will do the reporting.
Okay.
So may I request Councilor Pepe Abo, Joey
Councilor,
Abo be recognized first.
okay, Councilor Attorney Joy Abu, you recognize?
Salamat. Sa atong halang doon ng presiding officer, Vice Mayor Bebot Rodriguez, ako mga kauban sa 20th City Council, atong mga amigo sa prensa, mga bisita na sa gallery ug tanaw sa atong live stream maayong hapon kanatong tanan. Mubo lang kay ni ako ang special report, Madam Presiding Officer, no. I would just like to bring a concern, pinaagi ani ako ang report karong hapon, kalabot sa atong traffic situation sa Dakbayan. Particularly there is sa may Corrales Avenue extension or diri between Gaisano Mall and Gaisano City kanang ilalom ito ang tulay. Kaysa pila ka higayon nga ako ang paglabay dia sa mong dapit, pipila ra gyud nga higayon pod nga dili kini kabukog sa traffic. Kay kasagara sa panahon traffic man gini siya nga dalan ang Corrales Avenue extension. Why? Because aside lugar sa it is one of the main thoroughfares sa atong Dakbayan, ang atong mga public transportations sama sa motorela o uban pang mga sakinan gaali na mismo diha tunga sa dalan sama aning inani. I have taken a video before but I also saw this someone who posted this on Facebook as well. Ngayon kayo wa gyud makabadlong ani nila nahimo na nig terminal ang kadalanan. Makita nato nana sila sa tunga-tunga sa dalan gyud ga ali. Medyo luag-luag pa gani na. Pero kung tanawon po nimo sa wala tuo gaali silang tanan. Nya kung abot sa unahan, although stop siya pero hawan kayo pero way makaagi nga sakyanan. And I have experienced that several times already kanang galabay ko diya nga dapit. Isa pod ka area pod, Madam Presiding Officer, that I noticed nga gakabukog pod ang traffic. Diri is kining sa J.R. Borja Rojas Street diri sa may Kugon Market, Kugon area. Kini nga dalan ning Rojas, one way ni siya padulong kag Pearlmont, padulong Ketkay. But what happens here is that although one way ni siya, two lanes, but ang one lane gina-occupy na sa alihanan sarila. Although it is loading and unloading, pero ang ila paging pag-ali is tulo ka layer, tulo ka linya nga maklukop na nilang isa ka lane sa isa ka dalan. Which gakabugog gyapon ang traffic diya nga dapit. We all know that Kugon area is also a busy part of the city. Now what makes it worse, Madam Presiding Officer, is that traffic enforcers were just around the vicinity. Diya sa may Gaisano, there is sa may J.R. Borja Rojas Street. Naa sila. Gakakita nila, but dili nila gakabadlong or mamanage ang maong traffic nga situation. Now, isa sa problema nato diri sa Dakbayan is maumanggid ang atong ka-traffic. But we all know, Cagayan de Oro City is an highly urbanized city. Normal ni sa atong Dakbayan nga makasinati sa maong sitwasyon sa traffic. Masulbad ba nato ning problema? Posible. Mamanage ba nato ni siya nga suliran nato? Mamanage kaayo nato ni. disiplina lang man gyud siguro, Madam Presiding Officer, o strict enforcement sa atong mga balaod. Kumpleto matag balaod sa dakbayan. Strict enforcement lang yun o disiplina sa matag motorista ang kinahanglan para kinintanan makabot mabuhat nato. To this, Madam Presiding Officer, may I respectfully refer this matter to the Committee on Roads and Traffic to call the attention of the Road and Traffic Administration to look into and resolve this matter. And not only this particular places sa uban po sa Dakbayan, but basin na po yung uban nga areas nga wa po na ako mabantay po. And thank you again, once again, Madam Presiding Officer. Thank you very much. May hapon sa tanan.
Thank you very much, Councilor Attorney Joey Abu. Yes, refer to the Committee of Public Duty to Councilor Romeo Calizo. Okay, thank you very much. So the next speaker will be Councilor Romeo Calizo. You have the floor.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good afternoon to you and my colleagues, our guests at the gallery, and those who are on board monitoring our session via the social media platform. To all of us, good afternoon. Madam Chair, my special report is a reaction to the special report of the Honorable Roger Baday during the last session. We cannot readily react then, Madam Chair, because on my part, I was the presiding officer then. And on the other members of the 20th Council, they have that raw information, but it was incomplete, Madam Chair. Now, if you see the reactions on in the social media about the Rio de Oro Boulevard hosting of a sort of a food
park.
Food park. All of the comments are negative, and you cannot see anything, any comment that runs optimistically, Madam Chair. But these reactions are deemed premature because they're reacting to an incomplete information, as if that food park is an anti-poor activity. But setting aside or casting away malice from our minds, Madam Chair, I think there's nothing wrong in coming up with a unique, upgraded food display. Anyway, wa man siguro gipihig ang atong local products. It should be the tourism department that can provide us with the complete information about this food park issue. Because I know that our local products probably may be displayed there, maybe displayed elsewhere. Those who cannot afford that 1,600 a day, maybe there are other areas for that, Madam Chair. But for us to get a complete information, it should be the tourism department that should provide us the complete data, Madam Chair. So, I fully support that food park. In fact, if there's a need for us to issue a resolution interposing no objection at the proper time, I will have that moved affirmatively. But of course, we've got to listen first to the complete information coming from the appropriate department of our local government, Madam Chair. So again, as I consider also the predicament of those who have been said to be napihig kuno o gaing kaso atong tugtanan ng food park. But I think there will be a better explanation at the proper time and at proper venue and with the proper resource persons, Madam Chair. So again, I fully support that idea because it's a chance for us It's a chance for the tourists to go to a unique and an upgraded, what they call, I could say even local tourists, a good place to go during the Fiesta Higalaay celebration. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you very much, Councilor Attorney.
I think there are added information from our
Okay.
collaborative reporting, Madam Chair.
Okay,
Thank you.
Councilor Romeo Calizo, thank you. Yes, Councilor Aryan Mark Nakaya, you are recognized.
Thank you, Madam Presiding Officer. Before the session, Councilors General Romeo Calizo and the Majority Leader, Ed Cabanlas, have had a little discussion about the concern that the move to establish and create a new and perhaps a project that has not been tested yet in the city of Cagayan de Oro. But let us be aware, and we have experienced several places already by visiting as tourists, Madam Presiding Officer. If we go to the United States of America, even the administration does not like China, but there is a Chinese area where not only goods are displayed, sold, but an area where Asians can gather. Even in the European countries, Madam Presiding Officer, all classes have been served. Classes from the so-called high-end, elite classes from C to A. And we don't have to go to far places beyond the archipelago, Madam Presiding Officer. In Taguig, in Makati, they may call it Changi, but it's not a Changi per se. You go to the place of the DILG secretary, the market. It's not an ordinary market, but it has become a standard of certain area. We don't have to step outside of Cagayan de Oro. As leaders, Madam Presiding Officer, we should check how the city have become. When we say and compare our transportation, it's only in Cagayan de Oro that provides an enclosed taxi units, all air-conditioned. And those PPUs have been dispatched to other places. Compare it to Butuan, Davao City, and all, even in Manila City, Madam Presiding Officer. We can already see the standard of our people, that our people reject those facility that they don't feel comfortable and to belong with. In other words, as leaders, Madam Presiding Officer, we should address all classes. All classes. I could say with strong confidence, because I was the first official of Cagayan de Oro to organize the night market. In other words, we have already served these classes in a facility, in an area where they are needed, where people will flock and gather, eat among themselves, and market. But we should address also the requirement of those whom we are sworn to serve. In other words, regardless of classes, the Cagayanons. And we can find it very fitting that the progress and development of Cagayan de Oro should go along with what we feel strongly as regards the standards for Cagayan de Oro. If it is raising the bar, we raise it. We raise the bar according to the requirement. Wala gyud ko nag-react sa katong special report ni Councilor Roger sa miaging semana kay wa ko kasabot adto nga discussion, Madam Presiding
Wasa ko
Officer.
kasabot sa dun sa inyong discuss.
I only knew the day after when there was a statement coming from the mayor's office that he intends to discontinue the plan to create an ambience which may be for others a taste of not of their own and drive certain issues which created, perhaps it's not political, I understand, because some people may not be informed of the real score, of the real intention, of the real standard, of the yardstick that we would like to create and establish for Cagayan de Oro. But I understand that after a few days, Councilor Roger have explained, the tourism have explained, and correctly put in the eyes of those who would like to think that Cagayan de Oro has a certain standard, just like what we have done in the 90s up to the present, that we don't agree with an open air taxis because we are Cagayanons. And this is the first time that I would like to raise this type of discussion, Madam Presiding Officer, because I so believe that Cagayanons have already created their own yardstick according to the service that they would like to require from the officials who are serving them. And to retract because of certain issues, I understand the position of the city mayor because he has been doing certain acts and behavior according to the requirement of the people in the lowest strata. But again, we would like to seek reconsideration because there are several other classes that we should address and provide, according to Councilor Calizo, a unique program for this type of people. And whether or not we will be assailed of certain camps as regards this issue, I stand firm as the chair of the Planning and Development that we should not refuse programs that is for the people of Cagayan de Oro, regardless of the strata membership of certain camps or families where we all stand as Cagayanons. Ang kanang uban gali, Madam Presiding Officer, daily routine na. Daily routine. Dili na ni kanang for special occasions. They have established daily program for various camps. But again, I hope that it would be reconsidered and we develop certain program that would impact more for the entire development of Cagayanon. Explain what has to be explained. But to me, if we drive a development according to the standard that we would like to set for our people, let it be. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilor Ian Magnacay. Actually, I heard about it when I was in Cebu. I have this negative criticism about the Rio. Sometimes social media, people are so irresponsible in posting in social media that gives the wrong notion that, it's about the Rio, how much is the rent. So, yes, a majority floor leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. This is, I think, a result of a comedy of errors. You know, the report started with the wrong premise, and the comments were based on lack of information. So I think everybody's guilty. I reacted to the special report on the basis, on the belief, and the presumption that the entire area, the entire length of the Rio de Oro Boulevard will be used for that purpose, for an that 50,000 pesos rental. So that was my presumption. Or that was a wrong presumption, because the reality is that only a portion of that entire span of Rio de Oro Boulevard would be used for more or less high-end food mart or street food mart. Kaya ko man ni.
So this is
Street
based
food.
on the level. I mean, there's high end,
Na high-end,
may low
supposed to
end,
be
no?
na high-end, na middle end, na low end. I mean, everybody will be accommodated.
Of course.
Whether you belong to the middle class, low-income family, middle class, or the millionaires, you have the choice. So it's a question of choice.
Yeah.
So there's nothing wrong with choice.
Correct.
As long one is given the choice. Nga man sila tanan, kumplito man. So, bisag na tingali ang mga kabus kita, naman to sa middle class nga, lang, naman tayo mga trabaho. I mean, we can eat in the street food that is being sold at the Kugon Market, the Steve Barbecue, whatever is that sold there, they will be displayed also.
Yeah.
In the middle class, maybe perhaps these kanang mga Jerry's Grill, mga style mga Jerry's Grill.
Manginasal.
Yeah, kini karon we will be the people Cagayan de Oro, which is a mixed social class.
Okay.
Naipod sila choice sa mga sinapian po, which the poor may avail also. Kung sila
Makasuway.
sobrang nga kwarta.
Yes.
But that was not the scenario that was presented to us when the report was made. The report, I'm not blaming Roger, but I think it was also a product of his concern, of his kining iyang pagtuusab. So the presumption was that everything, the entire 3 kilometers or 2.5 kilometers will be available only for the rich. That was the reaction.
The wrong notion.
Wrong reaction. And that was perhaps the basis why we have a lot of negative comments in the social media.
Because somebody posted it.
Because somebody posted it that no, all this is entire life will be for 50,000. No,
Yeah.
that was wrong. We are only the policy of the city government is to accommodate every strata of our society doing business in food vending. So now, and this could be as I said, there's a comedy of errors because the tourism office also failed to inform us or brief us of these plans. No, sensitibo man gud ni usay. So muna nga atong sang atimanon ka na nga mausab ka na nga pamaagi. So Madam Chair, in connection with the special report of Councilor Romeo Calizo, General Calizo, and supported by me and Councilor Nakayang, we are proposing that a resolution be passed reviving the kadaghanap ko na nibog, reviving the
naglibog taga Cebu na to.
So reviving that idea
Gigapoy na kog paminaw.
of putting up all this high-end food mart.
Oh, so
that
it's
would
very
accommodate.
so it's very clear now.
That would cater to people who have discriminating taste in food.
Correct. Yeah. As what the councilor said, even in Salcedo Village, na yung mga sapian. Now, Margarita Forres, who is a famous chef, has her own stall. So, muna, na ay mga high-end, na ay medium, na ay low-end. So anyways, yes, Councilor J. Pascual, you have the floor.
Yung hapon, Madam Chair, and to the 20th City Council. Actually, natinood to Madam Chair, we had a meeting with the organizers, no? Actually, naghilak yun ang organizers because these organizers are small, medium enterprises. Tapos medyo nagmay sila kay they're the ones na, I'm not saying ha, but gapayad yun sila og buwis, kuha gyud sila og mga proper nga mga permits and everything, and then wala daw sila gitabangan. Tapos I think this is the first time nga naghangyo sila, and knowing that Rio Boulevard has daghan kay issues like bawal ang mga aero, bawal ang biking kay mahadlok nga mahugaw ang lugar. So that is why nga ang level, ang standard pod sa ilahang pagbaligya didto, medyo mahal ang renta because mag-hire sila og generator. Kanang generator, muna ilang gamiton para sa kuryente nila tanan, nga mga booth. So dili na sila magamit sa kuryente sa Cagayan. And then mag-hire pod sila og tangke sa tubig para mupod na ilang gamiton nga tubig para sa paghugas sa ilang mga plato or sa ilang area or kung maghugas og kamot. And then mag-hire pod sila og security guard para dili na sila mag-hustle sa city nga mag-provide pa og PNP or army nga magbantay. And then mag-hire pa sila og street nga sweepers o cleaners nga maglimpyo tanan sa mga tables, sa kanang mga dalan if ever nga nay mahulog na mga plastic, pudyuton gyud sa diretso para limpyo gyud siya, Madam Chair. So bag-o pa gyud ang ilang mga tents. And they only 100 ra kabok ang ilang gihangyo, 100 ra ka stalls. And 80% na unta ang nag-reserve. And then 20 na lang kabok ang ilang kulang, but in sila go na gyud daw sila kay 20 na lang kabuok, then daghan pa gyud kaayo ang nag-inquire. So sure na gyud sila na okay na gyud daw. And then ang reaction magud sa tao nga anong 50,000. So can you imagine, Madam Chair, nga kung mag-charge lang kag 100 pesos per day for the rental, that is 10,000 pesos. How can you sweldo ang security guard, ang sweeper, tapos ang bag-o nga tent, tapos kana pag yun portalets, mag-hire pa gyud sila portalets. So I think murag nagmahay gyud ato mga small medium enterprises na kanang naghangyo mi first time sa city nga magkuan og event. So grabe among hangyo na sa ila. Hopefully nga mo reconsider ang ato ang mga SMEs na gagmay nga mga businesses nga magpadayon na lang unta ang ilahang kuan. Anyway, it's just a portion of the boulevard. And then hopefully sa katong rental, I think 1,600 per day. Di naman sa siguro kay na sakit sa ila because 80% na gud ang ilang nakuha. Daghan na gid kaayo nag-rent because ang uban gani SMEs, they only did not consider nga kanang rental. Murag advertisement na pud daw na sa ilahang mga booth nga makita ang ilahang brands during the Higalay Festival.
Yeah.
So mugasto man ganita og millions for the advertisement sa mga billboard. Kana na hinon nga 50,000. So wala lang kay sila nag-consider nga kana mahalinan gid sila og kuan, but considering nga daghan gid tao din na, Madam Chair, mahalinan gid sila. At the same time, ma-endorse pa gid ang ilahang mga baligya and ilahang product. So mo lang to, Madam Chair, ang hangyo sa atong SMEs. So hopefully mo reconsider sila because mula gitong ilang giingon na maghimo man daw og interposing no objection. Hopefully that they would consider, Madam Chair.
Okay,
Salamat.
thank you very much, Councilor J. Pascual. Yes, Councilor Roger Abaday, then Councilor Gurley, Councilor Aimee.
Thank you very much, Madam Presiding Officer, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, Thank you very much also, Majority Floor, for the defense of my special, with regards to my special report.
So you're
to
in
my
defense.
In
Ikaw,
all honesty,
abogado.
ang hapon sa taro, no? In all honesty, I was just carried away when I monitor the social media publication sa gabi pa until morning. Grabe na kayo ang bus. So, my intent of bringing that here in the this August body is so that we will be able to know what is the nature of this business. Honestly, almost all of us, wala kay balo. I think only Jay siguro na kay balo. Now, I think you will go with me that the saying that product untold is unsold. Patsada kayo ang ilang produkto. Sa kung sa kapatsada sa imong produkto, sa imong negosyo, kung wala nimo ipabalo sa publiko, wala mo patronize na, di ba? So that was the case. Nauna ang publication sa social media and it was not explained.
Yeah.
Sa mga tao mo nang grabe ang reaction.
Negative.
So, because of my special report, I thank the chairman of the Ways and Means, the birthday boy, George Goking. We found out that we all learned the nature of the patsada man kayong kining activity. Gi-explain sa chairman sa Higalay Market Festival atong kono si siya chairman si Marky Alapadan and the manager of promotion business Jan Asuncion, they discussed during the committee meeting. I think Councilor Imano, Councilor Joey, and Aga was there, and we really appreciate. Ulay na ang namo na ibawaan. June pa man ang negosasyon. Now, karon pagipagawas nga the mid of July, so we do not know. We do not know about the nature of the business. So mas may gani na natong na discuss early, mas may nga gigawas sa publiko kay sa wala pa sila kasugod. Kaysa nagsugod sila dito, aya pa ang mga saway na mas dako ang problema na noon nila. So I believe that kani mga negosyante, the young entrepreneurs, mga grupo man part man na silang business nga nagi-challenge kung mo invest ka sa business. May ni kay mga basing lang sa So in fact, during the committee, I moved to pass a resolution urging them to reconsider their plan so that they can also contribute pista activity, mabibo, and people will also enjoy, going that place. No, nambaon ako, gamay raman kay nga portion, ilatanan so wala ikuan sa gobyerno. Very reasonable and advantageous on the part of the city government. But I will just ask an apology because of a special report undermines their purpose. So that is the very reason why I brought out that in the City Council during the last session. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Roger Abaday. So we're making it clear, little by little. People, let's have the people understand. Hinahinay. Yes, Councilor Girly Balaba, you have the floor.
Yes, thank you, Madam Chair. Mayang hapon kanimo. Naalam ko'y gusto iklaro, una ko mo agree with the said motion for the reconsideration, no? Kini bang because it's fiesta, Higalaay Festival. Kini bang ginakolek unsa asa man ni paingon ang 5,000 kada ginakolek from the stall kini mga 5,000 50,000 asa man paingon ang kwarta. Asa iba? Kisay bayaran ang gobyerno o ang private organizers? O kung sa private organizers, gabayad ba sila o buwis para mo gamit atong Rio Boulevard? Kaya it's supposed to be free man na siya kay it's fiesta. So if there is a portion of of Rio Boulevard that is intended for high-end na mga stalls, then to be fair, there must be a portion intended for low-end. I do not want to actually use the words high ends or low ends or middle ends. Okay, it's very discriminating. So down to portion kung allowed ang mga kini mga tsada na mga stalls, allowed po ni mga kini
Small.
kani dili maka-afford og 50,000 a month. To be fair, and if we allow this kana bitang libre ang pagbutang sa mga katong mga dili ka-afford og 50,000, wouldn't it be unfair for those who are paying 50,000 for their stalls in the same street? So unsa na to reconcile na siya? So ang ano na ako dali is asa man padulong ang 50,000 pesos kung sa private organization, private companies. So sila lang ang nakapahimulos. Wala nakapahimulos ang ato ang syudad. So kung inana, pwede raw mas tanan nganong kini naman certain private organizations. So we must allow other private organizations to do the same.
Okay.
Kaya ako man ng long strip man ng Rio Boulevard. So di ba mas ano siya, muna itong gustong nako
Okay.
iklaro.
Okay, very good point. Councilor Jay, you can answer. You have the floor. So this will be handled by the private organizations?
Yes, Madam Chair. So ang ako, as I explained earlier, ang katong payment nila, they would be paying pod sa city because dinha man sila magkuha og mga permits. And then naman sila murag payment sa kanang paggamit sad nila sa boulevard. I think murag naman siguro sila gakwaon na nga permit. And then considering pod na katong gingon ni Councilor Girly nga i-allow nato tanan. Yes, allowed gyud tanan maka-display as long as they can clean their own mess and they can provide their own kuryente, they can put up their own CR. Tapos ang kana manggod ang Rio de Oro Boulevard kanang strict gid kayo na sila din ha. Very very strict. But if anyone considering what class, pwede ra gid kaayo. Pero they need to abide by the standards nga giset po din na sa boulevard nga dapat limpyo gid siya. So okay ra gid kaayo, bahala pag sige piso ang renta per day o okay ra kung masweldohan nimo ang tig silhig og piso, why not? 'Di ba? Or kana maka-provide sila og tao nga mag-sweep nga for free, okay ra pod kayo. But you know, wala na may free karon, Madam Chair. Kung mag-hire kag security guard, mubayad man gid ka. Like what I said ganina, ang kanang 50,000 muna siyang bayad sa mga tents and then cleaners, ang ato ang mga portalets, atong kuryente, ang tubig. So kung ma-afford na siya sa ato ang mga tao, if naay magduol, as I said earlier katong last nga to nga session, anyone can apply but not everyone can afford. So kung maka-afford na sila, pwede na gyud din sila magkuan, pero as of now mura man gud ang maka-afford nga makaabot sa standard sa kanang cleanliness din sa boulevard. Kay tanan gyud dili ko gakuan. Tapos considering, Madam Chair, nga naa na man gud sila sa Cogon, naa na sa Gaston Park, naa na sa Makasandig, naa na sa Carmen. Daghan na baya tag nahatag pod, but ang kanang Rio de Oro Boulevard pwede ra gid sila mag-apply. Wala man sila nga gikuan because kanang by kuan class nato ang Cagayan de Oro. Pwede ra gyud kaayo sila mag-apply, but ang level manggod sa cleanliness kay gina-upgrade gyud if dinha sila sa Rio de Oro. That's why nga gi-allow sila ni Attorney Egay Oy because of the amount ug katong ilahang security, ang ilahang cleanliness na afford gyud nila because mga small medium enterprises musugal man sila. So that is why na-afford nila ang 50,000. So di man sad siguro nimo ma-afford kung ang imong rental din na is kato akong giyon ganina nga 100 or 200 pesos per day. So mura ra kag nagsweldo sa mga security guard. Wala na portalets. So hopefully this answers the question, no. So wala gyud gipili nga kuan, anyone can apply. But ang standards lang gyud sa Rio de Oro Boulevard is very high na kung magbutang sila dinha, dapat maka-provide sad sila sa mga cleaners o mga security guard o bag-o nga mga tent o tubig o kuryente, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor J. Pascual. Councilor Amy Moreno, then Councilor Christian. Last is Councilor Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Maayong hapon, Vice Mayor Jocelyn Bebot Rodriguez, ug uban sa akong mga kauban sa 20th City Council, and to our guests, maayong hapon. Actually, Madam Chair, I'm not negative to the idea, no. In fact, I support any activities that can promote economic growth for Cagayan de Oro, labi na in tourism. However, just to name a few, I've gone through so many markets, no, high end, low end, whichever you call it. Just to name you a few, there is in Ayala Alabang, Madam Chair, we have Robinson's Antipolo, Acacia Estate, Bridgetown Pasig. These ones are in Metro Manila. Circulo Verde, Ever Commonwealth, Centris, among others. Unsa bay difference ni ini sa atoa? Ours is a government property, Madam Chair. These are not entirely all upscale, no, but these are rented for a fee. And the same with the query of Councilor Girly Balaba, where is the transparency? So is it that they will just be paying for as a particular tax? Gamay ra kaayo to, Madam Chair, if they will be benefiting a lot from it. And also, kini nga, since this is an income generating activity, Madam Chair, I would want to request for recommendation coming from DILG, because there are several sa civil code nato, Madam Chair, I see several offenses that may take place. Section 186, power to levy taxes, fees, charges, corrupt practices of public officers. Section 3A. Kay if we outsource this to a private entity, there must be proper process or bidding. So giving undue favor or advantage to an entity or an individual is a ground, Madam Chair, for graft practices. So I submit to the proposal a while ago of Councilor Romeo Calizo to ask for the recommendation from DILG, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Amy Moreno. Yes. Next, Minority Floor Leader, Councilor Ayana Chas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. May hapon, kanatong tanan, to the members of this council. Madam Chair, the provisions of our new civil code explicitly provides that all roads are outside the commerce of men. Dahil klaro kayo nga ang Rio kanang gigamit karon atong parintahan. Now, when we say outside the commerce of men, dili siya pwede rintahan, dili siya pwede i-list, dili siya pwede i-tax. Now, what we're doing today is an exaction. We're inviting private organizers, then we allow them to collect money, and which is dili allowed sa atong balaod, Madam Chair. So, kay dili man siya pwede nga atong gamiton ang atong dalan, himuon natong tindahan, atong himuon parintahan, it's because it is outside the commerce of man. I think I would like to suggest na kung dili kita makakolekta, ilibre na lang nato tanan so that all should be free. Kay kung atong rintahan, dako na nga problema, Madam Chair. Because 50,000 pesos for 10 tents, it amounts of 500,000 already. Kwarta na siya, Madam Chair. Then we are not allowed to collect by the operation of law. Wala gi-mandate or wala na hatagan sa atong balaod nga magkolekta kita og taxes outside the commerce of man. So mo ni Madam Chair, kung i-allow naman lang ganing sa City Council nga ipadayon ang maong proposal, why not i-free? Para walay liability ang atong City Council. There will be no exaction. Walay private organizers nga magkolekta, then tanan malipay, tanan malibre, tanan it all will be fair sa paggamit sa atong facility. Muna nga, I would like to suggest nga ilibre na lang, Madam Chair, kaysa atong iparintahan nga dili siya allowed sa balaod. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Ariana Chas. Yes, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas. I will still give one to Councilor Aga and Councilor Alam Lim.
Kini Madam Chair. Saram ni kabulan, it is not forever. It is only part of the celebration of the fiesta. And during the celebration of the fiesta, cities, municipalities, some of them close their roads for the celebration. Festivities, activities of our fiesta are being conducted on the road. Pero ba't temporary lang kay fiesta raman eh. So kining atong gingon nga 50,000, so tayo ni kabulan. It's not for 6 months or 1 year. Na kanang 50,000 dili na paingon sa syudad, paingon ka na sa magpliti niya nang mogamit sa dalan. O kanang mogamit sa dalan, nga mga negosyante magbayad lang sa very small amount to the city. Ang tuyo niya na is regulation. Dili nga tax. Dili ka na tax is part of dili mo na kay kuha mo na dalan mo na. But you can impose regulatory fees. Butangan man nimo pulis, butangan man nimo RTA, so na regulatory fees. So now nganong 50,000 nato na mabutan tingali kay depende man na sa it's na may balaod sa supply and demand. Unay mo pliti na ate mahimo na kay na may mo pliti kung alkansi siya tihan na nag 50,000 ya alkansi siya na problema na niya. So nganong 50,000 tingali tungod kay tingali lang ta tungod tingali butangan niya gwapo kay nga tent air condition niya ang iyang plato tingali katong mga tsadagi kayo gold yang kutsara gold na muna nga iyang papritihan sa 50,000. Now it depends on the sisimopliti. It's a matter of this economics. It's a matter of supply and demand. Kung na mopliti na kundi siya kagahom na kay mahal ka kayo dito siya sa kaduha. Tingali plato dito dili kayo milyo.
Dili kay plastic.
Na ba? I mean, na naman ang kinabuhi. Na naman ang kinabuhi, Madam Chair. Nganong 50,000. Problema na na kumagahom sa magpliti. Problema na niya. Tingali kay doon air condition or whatever. So, but the main substance of the entire issue here is this is a limited period which is good for tourism. Usa ni kabulan.
Sa kabulan.
And in fact, ang akong gisulti ko na last time sa pag-report ni Roger nga kung part ikaw sa Higalay Festival activity, libre ka sa gitawag amusement tax. And the reason for that is tourism. Tourism good. Libre ka sa amusement tax. Supposed to be, kaya mamaligi idea, mabayad na sila og amusement tax o tax nga dako kayo. Pero lagi kay part man sila sa festival, part man sila sa feast activities, munang di na sila mabayad. So ato na lang ng kunon kay di man ni forever na only once in every year.
Okay, thank you very much, Majority Floor Leader. Yes, Councilor Agasuan. Then last is Councilor Alam Lim.
Thank you, Madam Chair. We have actually discussed this thoroughly in the committee. But anyways, Rio Boulevard is one of the latest attractions of Cagayan de Oro City, and it is just understandable that most people want to be involved in the commerce, especially during the fiesta season. What was circulated before was it was only for exclusively for high end. Now, Madam Chair, for as long as the Rio Boulevard, which is for all, supposedly for as long as everyone is included, the high end or the upscale market, the middle class and the low class, as long as it is an inclusive event or venue, then it is actually good for tourism, Madam Chair. But I just want to emphasize that we should be promoting it for everyone. It's not just the high-end market, but also the low end and the middle class. So as long as those conditions are being followed, then I think the public will have no problem in understanding the essence of that area, Madam Chair. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Councilor Agasuan. Yes, Councilor Alam Lim.
May hapon, Madam Chair. Kani nga kuan, abi ni mo negosyo, dili sayon. We are just, this is celebration for Pesta. We're attracting investor, mga attractor sa mga balikbayan, mga bisita paingon sa Cagayan. Daga na kay pamalaod nga this is a trial and error. Nya gasugal pa ang galigosyo. Di ta kay balo kung pila ang gastuhon. At the same time, wala tay pili sa pian og pobre. Everybody is welcome. So why is it na we are trying to discuss further, libre? Ato sa tan-awon kung unsay lang gi-invest diya. This is not an easy. Pag capital lang daan, uniform ang tent, uniform ang security tanan. We are not against the mga pobre makasulod. Tanan makasulod. So, I think siguro nahadlok ng mga investor mo investan ni sugal pa mga din eh. Wa pa siguro mo ginansya, daghan na kay tag mga discussion which is not beyond sa atong kuan lugar kay kani actually this is offer this a group to the executive nga implement ni for 1 month testingan nato kung maka attract pa ta sa mga bisita paingon sa Cagayan de Oro. Tanan sila magbuot limpyo kuan. So di pa nato ibawaan mo ginansya sila, then we are already objecting something which is in fact the investor is going to withdraw already. Thank you.
Negosyante yun. Yeah. Wala na. Anyway, let us proceed. Thank you very much, Councilor Alam Lim. Let's proceed, Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanlas.
So that would be the last item, Turks, reviving the... let's go to the business of the day. Item number 1, proposed resolution. Omnibus motion for approval. Item 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Turks, please.
For omnibus approval, items 1, 2, and 3. Item 1 is proposed resolution number 2024-783, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay number 6, the city, its ordinance number 2, series of 2024, covering its supplemental budget number 1 for calendar year 2024, with an estimated income of 697,632 pesos. Item 2 is proposed resolution number 2024-784, returning to Barangay Council of Barangay number 34, the city, its ordinance number 1, series of 2024, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2024, with an estimated income of 3,726,428 pesos. Item 3 is proposed resolution number 2024-785, returning to the Barangay Council of Barangay number 28, the city, its ordinance number 24-1, series of 2024, covering its annual budget for calendar year 2024, with an estimated income of 3,690,576 pesos, with the information that said ordinances are operative in their entirety.
Madam Chair, may I request Councilor Alam Lim be recognized?
Councilor Alam Lim, you're recognized.
Madam Chair, everything is in order. I move for the approval of Purpose Resolution number 2024-783, Purpose Resolution number 2024-784, Purpose Resolution number 2024-785.
And a second?
Second.
Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second. Talking, stop talking. Second.
Second.
Anyway, objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item number 4, proposed resolution number 2024-786, returning to the Sangguniang Kabataan Barangay 38, the city. It's resolution number 002, series of 2024, covering its annual budget for CY 2024 with an estimated income of 332,983 pesos, with information that the resolution is operative in its entirety. May I request Councilor Kenneth Sakala be recognized.
Councilor Kenneth Sakala, you're recognized.
Good afternoon, everyone, and move for the approval of the proposed resolution number 2024-786.
And a second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 5, proposed ordinance number 2024-511, amending section 6B of the ordinance number 14248-2022, entitled An Ordinance Prescribing for the Grounds for Cancellation of Awards Granted to Beneficiaries, the substitution, the rules of procedures of the cancellation of the awards in all socialized housing projects owned and managed by the city government and for other purposes, so as to extend to 5 years the period of amortization of the acquisition cost of the awarded lot or unit. Move for its approval, Madam Chair.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second final reading.
Second. Si Councilor Ibira Permiga second. Any objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 6, proposed ordinance number 2024-512, amending ordinance number 133-73 to 18, entitled An Ordinance Authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Oscar S. Moreno to enter into and sign the contract of sale with this is the contract of sale, not sell, with the beneficiaries of the city socialized housing program, including the Piso-Piso program and other existing relocation sites of the city at a reasonable price of land pursuant to the pertinent provisions of Ordinance number 13178-216 as amended by Ordinance 1339-2017 under the terms and conditions of the pro forma contract to sell. No, that's the correct contract to sell, not of sell. Submitted to this body so as to delete therein the name Oscar S. Moreno for a very clear reason. You know, if Mayor Moreno's name there will appear, only Mayor Moreno can sign the deed of sale, not the incumbent mayor. Okay. So you have to remove that.
Okay. Yes. Any second? Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
For inclusion items 7 and 8, Madam Chair. 8, 9. 8, 9. Move for its approval, Madam Chair.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 7, proposed ordinance number 2024-513, authorizing the Honorable City Mayor Rolando A. Uy, representing the city government, Cagayan de Oro, donee, to sign the deed of donation and acceptance executed by the Department of Social Welfare and Development, Field Office 10, represented by Regional Director Ramel Hamen, donor, covering the provisions of various items as support to the 2023 Bahay ng Pag-asa project implementation at the Bahay Pag-asa Maitom Puerto and the Balay Paglaom at Makanhan, Carmen, both the city under the terms and conditions is stipulated therein. May I request Councilor Girly Balaba?
Councilor Girly Balaba, you have the floor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I move for the approval of proposed ordinance number 2024-513.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve with second final reading.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried.
Item 8, proposed resolution number 2024-787, congratulating Honorable City Councilor Kenneth John D. Sakala, City SK Federation President, for graduating summa cum laude. Cum laude in Bachelor of Science in Civil Engineering from Xavier University Ateneo de Cagayan. Third ka ng Ateneo de Cagayan after Xavier University. May I request Councilor Jose Pipi Abo, be recognized.
Councilor Attorney Joy Abo, you're recognized.
Thank you, Madam President. Sa di pa ko mapadayon, Madam President, explain lang na ko ni Gamay kay namagod tayo kaya sa una ba nga congratulating. Yan na, sa ko nga, pwede di na ba? Ko, pwede man. Siya nga, pag mo-graduate ko ha. Ay ka bala ka. Pag mo-graduate ka. But as promised, move for the approval of the proposed resolution, Mr. Chair.
Second, objection. I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Sabot-sabot na din mo dis likod ha.
Madam Chair, I think it should be, to be fair, let's pass a resolution congratulating all graduates.
Yes, may pa. Correct. Yeah, all graduates.
All graduates.
Kadaghan pa ni graduate.
Sa tanan eskwelahan sa Cagayan de Oro City.
Butangan na lang all graduates. Okay?
No, para lang.
Para sa tanan.
Another item.
Okay.
So, kay magmahal niya tong graduate nga si...
Daghan ba gi-graduate sa akong office?
Magmahal nga siya.
Dagi, magmahay.
Ha? Di ba?
Oh, good. Son of Councilor na kaya also graduated, di ba?
Ayan.
Di ba minaw?
So, item 9. Item 9, Madam Chair, is proposed resolution number 2024-788, interposing an objection to the establishment of the Higalaay Food Park at the Rio de Oro Boulevard as part of the City Fiesta celebration and urging the organizers thereof, the City Fiesta Executive Committee and the City Tourism Office to reconsider and proceed with the original plan for the said activity. May I request Councilor Romeo V. Calizo be recognized.
Councilor Romeo Calizo, you recognize?
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. May I move for the approval of proposed resolution number 2024-789.
Second. Objection? I hear none. Yeah? Okay. Objection, Councilor Ayan Achas?
Okay.
You want to deliver? Okay. You recognize.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I would like to object the establishment of Higalaay Food Park for the reason, Madam Chair. I would like to point out for the reason that it is not allowed by law because roads are outside the commerce of men. Dili siya pwede rintahan, dili siya kuan. Ang akong gusto, Madam Chair, I object na unta libre, walay bayad ang paggamit sa atong Rio de Oro Boulevard. That is my objection, Madam Chair.
Okay, there's this objection. Let's divide the house. Okay. Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya, you have the floor. Musturya pa siya majority.
Just thinking aloud on the reason of the minority leader. If he objects to the proposal, he is saying that he's objecting also to the presently existing night market, presently existing the roads that have been used in Carmen for purposes of the same nature, the use of our, what do you call that in Cathedral? Gaston Park, even the candles and the flowers being sold in the near Cathedral. So that's the concern that I am about to appeal to the minority leader, because we cannot be selective. If your opposition is along this way and line, you should be consistent and object to all the same nature.
Okay, thank you very much, Councilor Ayan Mark Nakaya. So let's proceed. Majority Floor Leader, Attorney Edgar Cabanas.
So there will be a voting.
Yes, there's an objection. Let's divide the House. Okay, those who are in favor, kindly raise your right hand for the Higalaay Festival. Okay, please count.
Abstain.
12.
12. Okay,
Okay.
4 yes and no. Kindly raise your right hand.
Against.
1, 2. Abstention.
Abstention.
2. Abstention. Oh, Councilor Gurley, you're abstaining? Yeah. Okay. Abstention is Councilor Aga, Councilor Gurley. Councilor Cabaring, are you yes or no or abstain or object? Abstain. Abstain. So we have abstention. 1, 2, 3, 4.
3 4
against. Kinsa may 2 against? Yeah. 1, 2. There are 4. 4 abstain. Councilor Gurley, Councilor EB. EB.
In favor.
In favor. I did not see you. 3. Kabari. Okay.
Sige.
Yeah, objection.
So, okay na.
Okay na.
Rolling, ma'am. Rolling. Approve.
Okay. Motion is hereby carried.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Second.
The same number of
Section, same number of votes. Motion is hereby carried.
So last item, proposed resolution number 2024-789, congratulating all graduates for CY 2023 and 2024 school year, Cagayan de Oro City, for graduates, for graduates, for graduating. So all members of the City Council as authors, Madam Chair.
Okay. So any second objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Second and final. Wala na.
Abi na kung litsyon ang nigulat. There being no other matters to take up.
Second and
Motion
final.
to adjourn.
Wala pa ang second and final.
Move to approve on second and final reading.
Yeah. Second and final reading. Okay. Second. Objection? I hear none. Motion is hereby carried. Wait, majority. It's the birthday also of Miss Carla Laglikayan. We will sing a song. Let's play torch. Sir Torch. Please stand up first.
Si Torch, si pagkanta lang alam. Wala pa. Happy birthday. Ay, tiyo, Torch.
Okay, go.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Ay, pamalik mo. Pa ko nag-adjourn.
There being no other matters to take up, move to adjourn, Madam Chair.
Pabalik ko na kung lingkuranan. Kaya nang lakaw. Pamalik mo, pamalik. Okay. Session adjourned. George, kadali.